Hi there everyone, I welcome you to this pre-scene analysis part 1 analysis with me. So my name is Devansh and I am the lead tutor at Finntutors. Today I am presenting this video to you which includes and incorporates the detailed explanation for the first part of the pre-scene analysis for the Management Gateway Case Study exam coming up in May 2023 and August 2023. Now, my pre-scene analysis is very peculiar because what we do is we take the actual pre-scene that has been released by CIMA. We then annotate it, add our own explanations to it, and our own linkages to the E2, P2, and F2 syllabus areas to it to give you important areas to study, important exam scenarios which can come up, while obviously understanding the nitty-gritties and the details of what our company Happywell Holidays is all about. The first part of the pre-scene that I'm going to do with you in this video will be an introduction to the company and introduction to the industry that the company operates in. The second part of our pre-scene is the lengthier part, which speaks about the operations of the company and then goes into the detailed financial analysis of the company. So the financials are also analyzed by us, and a detailed financial analysis, ratio breakdown, everything is given by us to you. It's something that we present for you and something that you will not have to do any extra calculations on, any extra study on. It will be something that you will be able to easily follow because that is how we have presented it for you. That is how we are giving it to you. So the entire analysis is done by us. The entire explanations are done by us. Like a story, you will just have to listen to my explanations and see that they add value. One very good thing I'd like to announce is that Finntutors has received the Global Pass Rate Excellence Award for the year 2022, which means after a lot of stringent criterias that CIMA had set, we have passed them. Our pass rates have been higher than the global average, and only 6 other tuition providers in the entire world hold this recognition. We are one of them now, which further showcases the strength of our course, the strength of our offering, and the strength of the entire instructions that we give you. Now, along with this pre-scene analysis, what I'd like to offer to you and what I'd like to bring up is our free mini course. Now, we have created a free mini course to help as many students as possible. That was our aim, that was our goal. In this free mini course, we have lots and lots of free material for you to help you with an extra industry analysis, which is very important, to help you with introduction to the exam, vital skills you need to work on for this exam. We give you important blueprint explanations. We give you answer writing tips and tricks. We give you a mini mock, which if you submit, you get personalized feedback on. We give you important E2, P2 and F2 concept explanations and a whole lot of other bonus material. Guess what? It's free. It's something that you can access for completely free. The link is in the description below. So if you want to access this free course, which I'd highly recommend because of the plethora of material that it gives you access to, just go to the description section, click on the free mini course, and the steps are self-explanatory. You are 100% going to find it helpful. The pre-scene is only one part of the preparation. The other parts of the preparation, where we tell you about the exam, where we tell you about the blueprints, where we give you an extra industry analysis, where we give you a mini mock to practice, where you get our personalized marking team marking your answers and telling you how you can improve. All of that is included in the free mini course, and it's absolutely free. There is no harm in trying it out. Check the description box below. click the link and gain access to the mini course. Without further ado, let me begin with pre-scene analysis part 1 now. So first, we are dealing with the introduction, naturally. Happywell Holidays is a quoted travel company that sells package holidays. So in the beginning itself, they're telling us what our company's nature of business is. We are a quoted travel company which sells package holidays. Now first, when we're going through this entire pre-scene, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight important things, important words, important areas, and then relate it to our E2, P2 and F2 syllabus, because this will give you insight as to what topics you are supposed to be comfortable with from the revision aspect and what topics have a chance of coming up in the exam in terms of a scenario. So if you've revised those topics, if you have knowledge of those topics, if you have a knack of understanding those topics, you'll be ready and you'll be able to write a good answer. That is why we mention that when you are going through the pre-scene, a detailed analysis is very, very important. So anywhere I find something important, I'm going to highlight it and then give you a text box explaining my perspective and making sure that you are with me in terms of understanding the company in a in-depth way. So I saw quoted travel company over here. When I see the word quoted, I know that it's going to be a big company. It's going to be a company that has huge revenue, huge operations, because to be quoted on the stock exchange is a big deal. It means a company is, has vast operations, good amount of revenue. So from the onset itself, I know that this is going to be a large operational company. It has huge, large operations. Also, it's a listed company, so I should keep in the back of my mind that because we are listed, we have access to capital for growth. You can raise finance. You have better visibility. You have better transparency, because your accounts are published. So everybody is going through your accounts. You have better visibility. You have better, everybody will know your company in that particular country because you are quoted on the stock exchange. There are also some drawbacks. There will be lots of reporting requirements. Quoted companies are being asked to report more and more, which means have more and more open accounts. So if you don't meet those categories set by the government, there can be a chance of liabilities, penalties. It's possible, right? So I saw quoted company. Now I know that mine is a big company. Couple advantages, couple disadvantages are in my mind. I'm in the right head frame and I will now move on. But you see, this is also part of your F2 syllabus. Quoted, non-quoted, the process of listing has been studied in our F2 syllabus. So everywhere I find something important, you are going to find a relation to your E2, P2 and F2 syllabus, because we are here to first understand our company. Yes. But second, to point out relations to the E2, P2 and F2 syllabus, ensuring that we have an in-depth study of this pre-scene ready when I finish it. I should know everything about my company. That is my motivation here. That is my mindset over here. And please remember, this is not something that's going to come to you overnight. You will have to go through my pre-scene analysis at least 5-10 times before the date of the exam, and automatically you will be comfortable with it. We'll never ask you to learn anything. We'll never ask you to mug up anything. We'll never ask you to do any of that. But we'll ask you to go through the pre-scene multiple times. So when you're going through something multiple times, you will automatically have a picturestic knowledge of the company, of these text boxes that we have put, and you will be able to use it when the time comes in a case study scenario. How to write an answer, how to incorporate this into an answer, we will tell you. But your job will be to know this by going through it multiple times. Now for all of our students, we give the pre-scene as a PDF file and as a video recorded explanation. So those who like to read can read through the PDF. Those who want to go through a video explanation can do that as well. We have both options available. Whatever works best for you, we are happy to help. Our pre-scene PDF is all that you need. You do not need anything else, anything extra, any extra analysis, any extra discussion. Absolutely not. The entire pre-scene along with the financial analysis, part by part of the financial analysis, will be done by us. All the work will be done by us. All the explanations will be done by us. It will be your job to follow the explanations that we put forth, that we put forward to you. Following it is your job. All you'll have to do is click the play button, watch it like a movie, absorb the important parts, watch it multiple times, and then you will be ready to replicate this knowledge when we go to mock question writing. That's the point of this in-depth pre-scene analysis that we are doing with you. So I know I am a large company that sells travel packages. Okay, so I am anywhere, again, I find something important, I'm going to put this text box for you, and I'm going to present my ideas throughout the entire pre-scene. So 4 things any travel package business must get right. So what we did was we scanned the entire internet for some important information on what travel package businesses must do right to continuously grow, continuously gain customers. First thing is, the travel package company has to have offering clarity, which means the services, or in this case, the travel packages that are being offered, need to be clear, need to represent the culture, and need to be targeted to the customer that actually wants to buy this travel package. So the offering, the travel package has to be really clear in terms of the experiences, in terms of the inclusions, in terms of the exclusions, because you never want the customer to feel cheated. First thing. Second, the ability to offer greater specialization and expertise capable of capturing new customer demands. So if a travel package company wants to grow, it will need to further specialize. It will need to always be on the lookout as to what do customers want. Third, a travel package company will need to have a good employee management system and a good customer management system, because this is a service industry. How well you treat the customers, how well you train your employees will be very, very important. Fourth, the ability to innovate and continuously improve. Travel packages have changed greatly over the past 5-10 years, and where they are being booked, how they are being booked. They are being booked online also. So companies that have not innovated, have not continuously improved, have gone bankrupt. They're not really working in the market anymore. So to be a good participant of this industry, you will need to have the ability to innovate and ability to continuously improve. Last but not the least, establish a target market and then delivering an experience, something new, something different, figuring out the customers that you want to target. This is true for our company, Happywell Holidays, as well. So from the very beginning, I need to keep in my mind that to be a good travel package business, to be a successful travel package business, these 4-5 ideas that have been listed down over here have to be met, have to be incorporated into our culture. And as we go deeper into the pre-scene, we will try to figure out, is my company innovating? Is my company having a good employee management system? Is my company having a good customer relationship management system? I'll have now ideas to think of. So this, compiled with the extra industry analysis that we have done, is giving you a great start to the pre-scene analysis For those who haven't done our industry analysis, I will first ask you to do that because it has great valuable information, great valuable insights before you begin the pre-scene. For those who've done the industry analysis, you will feel that you are ready to take on the pre-scene because you have good ideas ready with you. You have good ideas in your mind. You have good ideas as part of the industry analysis already with you. So for those who have not done our industry analysis, it's the first thing that I will ask you to go through. Moving on. Our company operates its own flights and hotels and sells related third-party products such as insurance and car hire on behalf of third parties. So now we already know we are a big company, but now the scale is going even bigger. You own your own flights, you own your own hotels, and as extra revenue also sell third party products such as insurance and car hire. Now from this I clearly know that because we operate our own flights and hotels, you can imagine the size of the company, and already F2 related topics such as long-term finance, cost of capital start to come to mind. Because there can be a very realistic question where you are expanding further and you need finance. Let's say you're buying a fleet of 5 planes to start a new travel package or start a new offering for customers. You need finance. So options of long-term finance, short-term finance, options of debt, options of equity will need to be studied. This is straight from my F2 syllabus, and F2 topics are becoming important as we go to as we've seen in different past case studies. F2 topics are coming up, and throughout this pre-scene we will highlight the important topics for you. Next, Happywell's administrative base is in Westland. The company sells foreign holidays to Westlandian customers who fly from their local airports to the destinations served by Happywell. So my base is in Westland. They've created a fictional country called Westland. So this is where my base is, and we sell foreign holidays to Westlandian customers. So predominantly we are dealing with Westlandian customers. So does that mean that we do not serve foreign customers currently? When I go deeper into the pre-scene, this is something that I want to figure out. Am I selling only to Westlandian customers? If that is the case, from my industry analysis, for those who've already done it, will straight away have a light bulb in their mind, because they will know that this is something that we have discussed. Global segmentation is something that we have discussed. So from our industry analysis, we know the major growth in this market is being seen in the Asia Pacific regions. So if we are only focusing on Westlandian customers, at some point this is going to be saturated. So this could be a lost opportunity, or this could be a diversification opportunity here to start selling our holidays to foreign customers as well. But right now they've given us very limited information. As we go deeper into the pre-scene, we will explore this further and figure this out further. But as of now, let's keep this possibility in our mind. The Westlandians currency is W dollars. So Westland's currency, is the W dollars. Westlandian company law requires companies to prepare their financial statements in accordance with IFRS standards. Your IFRS standards have been dealt with in the F2 syllabus. So anything related to IFRS can come up, because as a finance manager who is working at this company, you are expected to hold knowledge of E2, P2, and F2, because they are specifically mentioning over here that our company or the country that we reside in requires financial statements to be prepared in accordance with IFRS. They can clearly ask you any IFRS question, anything related to EPS, anything related to events after reporting period, anything related to property, plant and equipment. anything related to intangible assets. This is everything that has consolidated financial statements. All of this has been dealt with in our F2 syllabus, and throughout the pre-scene, we will highlight the importance of each IFRS when it comes up, when the right time comes up. But because they have mentioned it over here, it's my job to point it out to you that F2 is an important part of the syllabus. The most important is P2, which we have already mentioned in our introductory video, but F2 is also important. I hope you're following me so far. This is given to you as a video recorded explanation, so you can play the video, pause the video wherever you want, go back if you want, go back and listen to the entire thing again if you want. But these explanations, as you can see, are very comprehensive and they are adding value to your preparation from the start itself. You have been given the role of a finance manager at Happywell's head office. Your primary responsibilities are associated with management accounting, and you report to Irina Juhas, the senior finance manager, who reports directly to the finance director. So it's a hierarchical structure that's coming to the fore here. You are the finance manager. You report to Irina, who is the senior finance manager, and on top of Irina is the finance director. So you can see that it's a hierarchical structure, but your role is that of a finance manager. Now, in my introduction video, we have very clearly laid out the goals of this exam, what the exam wants you to master yourself on, and your role within this exam. So your role is that of a finance manager, a person who deals with medium-term decision making. And when you are dealing with being a finance manager in a real world scenario, which is what this exam is all about, you have a multiple plethora of areas that you need to look at. So in the real world, think a finance manager is dealing with medium-term decision making. He deals with investment appraisal. He deals with costing, budgeting, long-term finance, IFRS reporting, advising the top management. If you think of all of these topics, they are nothing but syllabus areas of E2, P2 and F2. Decision making, P2, investment appraisal, P2, costing, P2, long-term finance, F2, IFRS, F2, stakeholder management, E2. So what am I trying to tell you over here? Yes, these are important areas which I'm going to point out when they come up in the pre-scene. But this tells me that to be a good finance manager, I will need to have good background of E2, P2 and F2. To be a good manager, you will need to have that technical background. Because if they were to ask you, for example, how is goodwill treated? If you've not done your consolidation chapters in F2, will you know what goodwill means? Absolutely not. So what we need, what we're trying to establish over here is revision is the base. That is why we start all of our students on revision first and then build up from there and then move ahead from there. But revision is a very important base. So if you look at all of these points above, you will see that all of them correspond to the blueprint areas which are set out by CIMA, which are eventually part of your E2, P2 and F2 syllabus. Students that are studying with us will have access to our study notes, our learning directives, our revision course. So your job becomes a little bit easier, but still it is you who will have to study. It is you who will have to understand the topics in your own words. There are no calculations, no sums, no sum solving in this exam. It's all about how you explain a topic in your own simple words, in your own simple ideas. But to do that, you will have to have understood the topic. Now, the next thing we are moving to is the package holiday industry. So now, as part of this pre-scene discussion, they have given us an industry analysis, a short, small, brief industry analysis relating to Happywell holidays inside of the pre-scene. Students that have done my industry analysis will have an overall view of the industry from a global perspective. It's a great 30-minute time investment. It's not huge, 2, 4, 5 hours. It's only 30 minutes. But the industry analysis gives you a great head start into this world, gives you great ideas before you begin with the pre-scene. But as part of the pre-scene as well, they've given us some industry background which is relevant for our company, Happywell. So we'll keep it in mind and we'll take it from there. So package holidays usually comprise 3 core elements that are booked in a single bundle or a total price. So 3 elements booked in one price becomes a package holiday, where all 3 things you pay only one price, which means the flights, the accommodation, the transfers. All of that you are paying only one price. That is what a package holiday is. So as we've read in our industry analysis, this is one of the driving forces of this market, which is no frills. Why is this market picking up? People are understanding that you have to pay one price and you're not worried about anything else. So for our company, competition analysis and having good industry experience is going to be key. What are my competitors doing? What are other competitors doing in the package holiday industry? I will need to know that. So external market analysis, competition analysis is important in this industry. So knowing also your business model and staying true to the same will be key. We'll speak about the business model, we'll speak about the value chain as we move deeper into the pre-scene. But over here, we know that it's going to be a competitive market. So good competition analysis and good external market analysis is important in any service industry. And this is part of my E2 syllabus, E2 topics also coming into the picture here. So customers booking package holidays do not know the individual cost of each of the 3 elements because they are paying one price only, one all-inclusive price. So what are the 3 elements? The first being flights. So customers choose the dates for their departure and return. They can choose from a range of destinations which are served by local airports. You choose the flight which works best for you. Range is given. Same with accommodation. You choose a hotel or accommodation or other accommodations such as a villa. Arrival and departure dates must match the dates of the chosen flights. Obvious, naturally. Transfers. So customers are met on arrival at their destination airport. You can choose a coach, you can choose a private taxi. It's up to you and up to your budget. So here we will look at differentiating ourselves from our competitors by offering unique flying experiences, unique accommodation, easy transfers with more flexibility. Because as we know, to be successful in this industry, in the first page we had learned, you have to innovate, you have to do something new, you have to do something different. So remember, in this competitive industry, doing something new is the way forward. And new in terms of package holidays, yes, but new in terms of marketing as well needs to be looked at. So keep in mind your innovative marketing techniques here. For any business, benchmarking can also be key to understand your shortcomings. The different benchmarking techniques can be used by our business to figure out what our competitors are doing. How can we match it? How can we do better so that we are not being left out? Innovative marketing techniques, benchmarking, part of your E2 syllabus. So as you can see, we have taken the exact pre-scene that CIMA has released, but we then mold it to our requirement. We then relate it in terms of our explanations. You're not missing out on anything when you are going through my pre-scene analysis. So please do not try to do anything extra. All the analysis that you need is already done by us, is already provided by us. Simply follow me on this journey and you'll see that you've learned everything about your company that you need to know. Package holidays can be booked online or in person by seeking advice from the staff at a local travel agency. Now, a trend in this market has been to choose the online mode of booking. So we've learned this in our industry analysis as well. It's very clear that the trend is online. So how is our company focusing on this segment? We will look at this as we go deeper into the pre-scene. Now, since we are speaking about e-commerce, booking online, your topics such as big data, data analysis, data mining become important here because people are booking online. You have all that information. How are you using this information? This is huge parts of your E2 syllabus. A study into big data, supplementary reading on big data is again provided deeper into the pre-scene. But when the chance comes, I will always highlight important topics for you so that again, we're not missing out on anything and we identify it at the right time. Now, it is possible to book a holiday by buying the separate elements of travel and accommodation separately. But package holidays are usually more convenient. So one option you have is buy everything separately. The other option you have is buy it as a package holiday. They are more convenient. Customers can choose from packages that suit their dates and preferred destinations, knowing that accommodation is available to match the dates of their flights. That's the peace of mind that they have. Package holidays can be cheaper than the total cost of making separate bookings. It can happen, right? Now, all of these ideas that you see over here are the ideas that you can market on. All of these are ideas which is the reason why people are choosing package holidays. Over here, I'll also keep in mind the different marketing-based pricing techniques, which is part of my P2 syllabus, because different these are ideas which your business is growing upon, but the different marketing based pricing techniques are also something that I want to keep in mind over here. So for example, if I'm entering a new market, should I use the price skimming method? Should I use the premium pricing method? Should I use the penetration method? This is something that I will try to keep in mind, and I will try to match with the pricing technique that my company is currently employing, which we learn deeper into the pre-scene. But as of now, since we are talking about marketing, the marketing based pricing techniques in your P2 syllabus are often tested in the exam. You will be doing a mock question with them, with me as well. But it's something that came to my mind, so I'll put it. All my videos are very candid. All my videos are very on the spot. All my videos are developed with a whole lot of experience and results that we've generated. So any ideas that we are giving you, pay heed to them, take them in, because definitely they will prove helpful for you. Tour operators may own and operate their own aircrafts in hotels like ourselves, Happywell Holidays, or they may block bookings on flights and hotel rooms from third-party airlines and hotel chains. The associated cost savings can be used to discount the selling price of their package holidays. Because they are booking in bulk, or because they have their own hotels, own aircrafts, they are able to make cost savings because everything is standardized, and hence they are able to offer that experience at a lower price rather than booking everything separately. That is why people are going for package holidays. Now, package holiday tour operators offer advice and assistance that may not be available from holidays that have been booked independently. So they will again give you that support, offer you advice, offer you assistance. Most tour operators have representatives or reps based in the holiday resorts that they serve. Reps can provide customers with support and advice throughout their holidays. So they have that one person to talk to, one person for direct support, direct advice, even at the holiday resorts that they visit. So this can include any concerns or complaints that might otherwise spoil their holidays. So you're giving them a dedicated representative, dedicated manager that deals with all of their issues in one place. Again, these are important areas that you can market on. These are important areas as to why package holidays are now selling more. Package holidays also offer financial safeguards that are not available on other types of booking. For example, Westlandian law requires package holiday operators to be registered with the WTOL scheme, Westlandian Travel Operators License Scheme. So over here, the WTOL is an independent law that has been put in place by the Westland government, sorry. So this is something that is offering financial safeguards to the customers. Tour operators must make a payment in respect of each package holiday that they sell into a fund that is administered by the WTOL. Maybe 1%, 2%, whatever the total prices of the package holiday needs to be registered or paid into this fund. The fund is used to refund customers if anything goes wrong, which means the tour operator goes out of business and the WTOL has to organize flights to repatriate the customers who are stranded overseas. In these cases, this fund is used. So if you are booking a package holiday, you have this advantage that you're financially safe. So the WTOL thus becomes an important stakeholder for our organization. And because it is a government organization or a government law, they will have high power. Keeping them satisfied is key. This brings in our stakeholder management, relationship management topics to the fore, because if you don't manage this relationship well, the government has the power to shut down your business, to levy penalties on you. All of that is possible, right? So managing stakeholders with high power is obviously important. Stakeholder management, Mendelow's matrix, is part of your E2 syllabus. Same way, because the government is involved over here, you are paying into the WTOL. Bureaucracy will be part of this process. It could slow down decision making, and dealing with government authorities can bring regulatory risk as well. So risk management, risk mapping will be key for any service industry. Obviously, one which is affected by a whole lot of external pressures such as the travel package industry. Risk management, risk mapping becomes even more significant, even more important. This risk management is part of your P2 syllabus. Next, it's tour operators versus travel agents. So there might be a slight confusion as to what is a tour operator, what is a travel agent. We'll get that cleared. The tour operators are entities that combine the separate elements of a holiday into a package that can be sold directly to a customer or can be sold through a travel agent. So tour operators, which is us, create the package holiday. We can sell directly to the customer online or through our own shops, or in places where we don't have our on ground presence, we can sell through a travel agent as well. So again, travel agents, aggregator websites will be an important stakeholder group for our business. We'll have to manage our relationship with them as well. Tour operators may provide the elements directly through ownership and operation. For example, owning my hotels, owning my aircrafts, or they may purchase those elements from the third parties. So certain tour operators also charter aircrafts or book block of rooms in a hotel, or they own as well. We are in the own category. So again, it's very clear that this is going to be a capital intensive industry. Travel agents are organizations that sell these holidays. Their job is only selling and earning a commission. So travel agents are organizations that sell holidays and other travel products such as airline tickets and hotel bookings to customers. Traditionally, travel agencies were retail shops where customers could seek advice from agency staff. Such agencies still exist, but many travel agencies offer online services that enable customers to select and book holidays through travel agency websites. Now, travel agents also have their own websites. Local travel agents can have a good reach. So if your travel package is being sold on that travel agency website, you might get more sales. So travel agents are ones who are selling these package holidays. They can sell it in their physical shops, or they can sell it on their online website as well. Some tour operators sell exclusively to customers, either online or through a combination of online and physical shops. Other tour operators permit the travel agents to sell in return for a commission. So, as we move deeper into the pre-scene, we'll try to analyze what business structure or what business model we are following. Are we selling through our own shops, own online website, or are we permitting travel agents to sell? Because now you know the difference very clearly. In the package holiday segment, 73% of the total revenue will be generated from online sales by 2027. This is a fun fact that we have included here, which is part of our industry analysis as well. So from our industry analysis, we know that the package holiday segment is hugely growing, specifically in the online model, because 73% of the total sales are going to be online. So how is my business using the data that we generate? How is my business selling online? How is my business running our website? Does my business have a mobile application? I have all of these ideas to now start thinking about, because majority of the sales are going to be online in this market. And if I don't serve this purpose, people will choose somebody else. It's as simple as that. So many tour operator and travel agencies prefer customers. As a business also, we prefer customers to book online because it's cheaper. You don't have to open shops. You don't have to keep all the time, staff attendants over there. It's cheaper if the online booking process is followed. Now, online sales are generally based on interactive websites that enable customers to input variables such as, the airports or the preferred type of destination. We've all used websites where you enter when you want to leave, when you want to come back, the type of hotel, price range. They're speaking about that. But the word interactive is important here. We have learned that online sales are growing. Website management is important. Interactive websites are important. So do we have a data analysis system? Things to keep in mind right now itself. So when I come to actual discussion of Happywell Holidays system, I will start asking myself questions. Do we have a data analysis system? Are we using AI to answer customer queries? Are we making our website more and more interactive? Website management, storage of data, demand prediction, sales prediction, all of this adds to your competitive advantage. And all of this is again bringing in your E2 topics of app management, data management, digital costing, big data, data analysis, E2 syllabus. So you're seeing data is going to be at the center of growth in this particular industry, specifically because the trend is online. Offline sales, on the other hand, rely on interaction with a trained travel advisor to guide the customer through the same issues, with the advisor offering recommendations. This requires the provision of retail premises and staff salaries. It's obviously going to be more expensive. So if you look at this table as well that has been given over here, you will see that the share of the online the share of the online segment is hugely growing. By 2026 itself, the 70% mark is going to be reached. So you can see that the trend is online. It is evident that online sales are improving and showing good growth. Now, how are we focusing on this market? And how is my business changing, adapting to the same will be looked at as we go deeper into the pre-scene. This is only possible because there was a track in the changes in the external market. If you are unaware of the external market, unaware of what's happening, what innovations are being brought about, you will keep doing what you are doing. But is that what customers want? Customers want online. So an important thing in this market will be to always keep looking at what competitors are doing, what what the external market changes are, what the external market environment is. So this brings in our segmental analysis, pestle analysis, Porter's five forces topic, which is all to do with external market analysis, and this again brings in the P2 and the E2 syllabus. This is where these topics are, so I've highlighted them for you. Next, we are speaking about package holiday destinations. Now, the most popular type of package holiday that is sold in Westland is so-called sun, sea and sand, or the 3S package. This is what is selling the most, or we can say this is the product which is selling the most in Westland. Westland has a temperate climate that is cold for much of the year and has mild summers. So people are chasing the sun. People are chasing the beach. Many customers for package holidays wish to travel to destinations that offer hot weather and sunny skies. So that is the major motivation behind sun, sea and sand packages selling. And also because it's cold majority of the time in Westland. So knowing our customer base and molding our products for their needs is always key for any business. You need to understand what your customers want. Westland customers want this. So understanding our business customers and then integrating this into our business model, value chain, will become important for us. They want sun, sea and sand. If you're selling ski holidays predominantly, then not many are going to go for that. So identifying what the customers want and then building that into my business model, building that into my value chain is important. The value chain topics are part of the P2 syllabus, and that is why I have brought them up for you over here. Most customers for 3S holidays are looking for an opportunity to relax on the beach during the day and to enjoy restaurants and other activities at their hotels or in their resorts in the evening. So they want to relax, enjoy the property, enjoy the resorts. 3S holidays vary significantly depending on the destination and the choice of accommodation. For example, customers booking family holidays generally choose holiday resorts and accommodations that are child friendly. They seek places where children can swim safely and that offer activities and attractions to amuse them. Proximity to theme parks is also a consideration. So remember, again, you'll have to understand your customer. Is it a family holiday? Is it is it a young couple? It is an old couple? You'll have to identify what your customer is and offer packages accordingly. Adults traveling without children often book child-free holidays in quieter locations where they can relax. Some hotels set a minimum age, for example 18 years for guests, so that they can guarantee an adult-only environment. Everybody has different choices. Giving those choices is important. So several other factors can affect the choice of 3S holidays. Prevailing weather. Some customers have different preferences for heat and sunshine. Some want to avoid extreme heat. Others are keen to enjoy sunshine during Westland's winter months. So, again, 3S holidays, sales are affected by very many factors. First being the prevailing weather. Second being the cost. Local economies can affect the costs and accommodations. Some locations charge more for a higher quality holiday experience. The distance can affect the cost of the flights. Attractions. Resorts vary in terms of things that are available to do and see. If there are adventure activities or a theme park nearby, resorts might be expensive. Travel time. Some customers dislike long flights, while others are willing to travel longer to reach their destination. Same way, culture. Some customers prefer resorts that offer food and entertainment that are like those at home, while others prefer to experience local traditions. So again, several factors are taken into account before a 3S holiday is booked. Namely, weather, cost, attractions, travel time, and culture. 3S holidays are often referred to as mass market by tour operators and travel agents because they are favored by majority of customers. This is the mass market. This is what people want. So now we are starting to see the far-reaching market and data that travel package offering companies have access to. It is a big market and a big industry. Focusing on the right areas and using this data to identify what is the mass market, what is the niche market, will be a key competency. We will speak about data opportunities as we go deeper, but data has been identified as important from the very beginning. Most large tour operators and travel agents offer a wide range of 3S destinations in order to meet the needs of as many customers as possible, because this is the mass market. So this is where the major customers are. So offering different options to meet the needs of different customers is being looked at over here. Some holiday destinations are open for business throughout the year. Seasonality factor is also coming in now. Others have designated holiday seasons that coincide with periods where there is sufficient demand for those hotels, restaurants to remain open. Now, it is generally possible to take a package holiday at any time of the year. Something or the other will be open, although it may be necessary to travel further for sunny weather during Westland's winter months and during its summer months. So sunny weather during winter months, you'll have to travel further. It will be important to understand the stance and culture of Happywell Holidays here in terms of the products and the packages it sells. Are we selling premier packages? Are we selling budget packages? Are we selling a mix of both? According to our customer reach, the niche will vary. We are a large company, so I'm sure we'll be offering very many different packages. Managing all of that will be a task for any business. Let's keep this in mind. Now, there are some tour companies and some travel agents who offer alternatives to 3S, because 3S, yes, is a major market, but it's not that everybody wants only 3S. Specialist or niche holidays also exist. Now, niche holidays offer an alternative to the 3S model. They consist of packages that are usually aimed at niche, smaller markets, but are still large enough to be profitable. Customers might, for example, wish to ski and would be seeking a package that was based at a ski resort and could manage the transportation of skis and other equipment. Some tour operators specialize in specific niches and offer flights and accommodation along with arranging activities themselves. For example, a golfing holiday could include arrangements to transport customers' golf clubs and also to make reservations for them to play golf at local golf courses near the hotels. Niche holidays are offered by small but specialist tour operators. Now, there can be a very, very realistic exam scenario here where our company acquires a small but niche tour operator because it was a lucrative diversification strategy. 3S, everybody's part of. But let's say we bought a company that was a specialist in ski holidays. It can be, so rather than us setting up our company and taking that management time, incurring that capital, for a large company like ours, diversification would simply be to acquire. Now, if you have acquired, this brings in topics like investment appraisal, group accounts, associates, joint ventures, foreign subsidiaries. They can tell you that we have acquired only 20%, so becomes an associate. They can tell you that we are going for a joint venture rather than an acquisition. Or they can tell you that it's a foreign subsidiary, but it's 100% acquired by us. All of this brings in your F2 syllabus. Investment appraisal in P2. Everything else in F2. So you will need to know associate accounting, joint venture accounting, group accounting, foreign exchange accounting in terms of foreign subsidiaries, IAS 21 from your F2 syllabus. Important topics being given to you. So there are specialist or niche holidays and there are tailored holidays as well. Some tour operators provide tailored holidays that allow customers to specify exactly what they wish in terms of destination and activities. It might be, this is generally the luxury category. Tailored holidays are generally more expensive. These holidays are usually offered by smaller tour companies who specialize in this market. So same like a niche provider, there can be an example of you buying out a tailored provider, a tailored company, tailored package holiday offering company as well. Scenario remains the same. So when you revise those topics and then when you've written questions on those topics with us, exactly like the exam, in the exam scenario, in the exam format, and then when it comes up in the exam, it's so easy, then you simply have to replicate it. The scenario might change, but the writing remains the same, the topics remain the same, the points remain the same. You just have to gel it to that particular topic, mold it to that particular topic. So these customers are more likely to be paying for convenience of having a holiday package designed to suit their specific needs. So rather than the 3S model, there are niche providers and tailored providers as well. So up until now we were speaking about destinations. Now we are speaking about transportation. Now most tour operators use charter airlines to provide flights. A charter airline essentially charters or leases a flight to another entity. Most charter airlines specialized in providing flights for tour operators. So you can charter airlines, you can lease out airlines, or you can buy them out and own your own aircrafts as well. Our situation is one of ownership. So buying or leasing has been discussed here. Ways to raise capital can be something again that can come up. You're starting a new route or starting to sell a new travel package that is specific for golfing holidays, for example. You need to lease out 2 airplanes. For this lease, your F2 syllabus comes into the picture here. The leasing topic in F2 comes up here. Secondly, raising finance for fulfilling this lease comes into the picture here. Again, F2 syllabus. So you're seeing now the IAS and IFRS parts are being built in. When they come up, we will bring them up to you, don't worry. A charter airline would sell the entire flight to a tour operator. Then the tour operator's job is to sell those seats. Charter airlines differ from scheduled airlines who operate their own flights according to their own timetable. Charter will be your time. In addition to the aircraft itself, a charter airline will provide a tour operator with the crew and the admin support that is needed to make the plane fly from one place to another. The tour operator's only responsibility over here is to sell the seats on the flight to its customers. Otherwise, they incur the loss. Otherwise, the tour operator incurs the loss. Charter airlines can operate as independent businesses that do nothing but provide flights. But some tour operators have their own charter airlines that provide an in-house airline. So, like us. In this industry, there are many groups of stakeholders. If you've chosen to lease some aircrafts for a specific route, then dealing with that charter the charter airlines directors or the charter airline group will also be important, because they are the ones who are going to schedule the flight, schedule the paperwork with the airports. So your contact with them and contract with them will be important. They again become a stakeholder, important stakeholder for the business. So stakeholder management and understanding the risk management cycle and risk categories is key for our business. P2 syllabus. Charter airlines are cheaper than the scheduled airlines, partly because they do not offer many services. On charter airlines, you will not get meals and drinks. The passengers can pay for them if they want. Charter airlines do not usually offer different classes, which means there won't be a business class, premium economy, and economy. There will be one layout to fit as many people as possible. You'll make the seats comfortable, yes, but most charter airlines offer a single class of service. Charter airlines typically grant passengers smaller baggage allowances and then they'll charge you for extra bags. Charter airlines often operate from smaller airports. Charter airlines usually offer direct flights between the departure airport and the holiday destination. Scheduled airlines often require their passengers to make a stop to change the aircraft. This will not be the case in terms of charter because they are going to offer a direct route between two airports. So they were telling us the difference between charter airlines and your usual airlines. So that is why chartering is beneficial for the customer and it's beneficial for the tour operator as well. Package holiday customers will be informed about their flights when they make their bookings. They may also be offered the opportunity to buy extras such as extra legroom, in-flight meals, extra luggage, pre-selected seats, all of the bells and whistles that you are now seeing in the real world. All of us have experienced this. The pricing technique based on cost will have to be spot on for our business to enable us to earn from these extra offerings. A strong costing system is important for our business because we own our own flights. So we can charge for extra legroom, in-flight meals, extra luggage allowance. But for that, our costing system will have to be great. So our pricing system can be one which can support and which can be based on the accurate costs that we have identified. So a strong costing system will be important, and based on these costing systems, a strong pricing system will be important to enhance our earnings. Pricing techniques based on cost, costing techniques are part of your P2 syllabus. Both are vital topics for this management gateway case study exam. Do not leave them. Anything in P2 cannot be left out as P2 is the major pillar for this exam. Most package holidays rely on charter airlines for flights, except for tailored holiday providers who normally use scheduled airlines because their customers want to visit exclusive destination and they have a smaller bunch of customers. Scheduled airlines also offer business class and first class seats, which is not available on charter flights. Customers for tailored holidays are usually willing to pay extra for their comfort. They've gone for a tailored holiday, they've gone for a luxury offering, so obviously they are willing to pay extra. Now the first part of transportation was your flights. The second part of transportation is your how do you reach the hotel from the airport. So for this, most tour operators book 40-seat coaches to meet incoming flights. Throughout my entire pre-scene, I will try to put in as many images as I can because image recollection is very easy for students. And when you've gone through something 5-10 times, as I've asked you to do with the pre-scene, images will really help you remember stuff in a easier way, in a better way. I'd seen that image of a bus. Yes, it was about transportation. That will be the links that you'll be able to make. That is why we put these text boxes in blue color. That is why we put this relation to E2, P2 and F2 in yellow color, because these hit your mind. These stay in your mind. These are not just randomly we woke up and we chose any colors that we like. We pick colors which make sense and which really sits with, creates a image in the minds of a student. Most tour operators book 40-seat coaches. Coaches collect the busload of passengers and the coach drivers are given a list of where they have to drop everybody off. Passengers are then dropped off at their hotel and their luggage is retrieved. Tour operators may have several flights per day arriving at popular resorts and so may require several coaches, each of which makes a number of journeys each day. Coach transfers can require customers to endure a long journey if they're staying at a hotel which is in the last drop list. Tour operators often offer customers the opportunity to upgrade for an extra charge to private transfers. Pay, for example, £50 extra per traveler and you can get a private taxi to drop you off rather than sitting in the coach. Now, throughout this entire discussion, we saw that we can charge extra in our flights for legroom, for meals, for luggage, now for private transfers. This is something which in the sales industry we call upselling. Trying to increase the amount spent by the customer by giving them multiple options. So upselling is a marketing strategy where businesses or sales teams persuade the customer to buy superior, premium, expensive upgrades instead of their previous choice. So pay little extra, but you get this. Pay again little extra, you get this. That is called upselling, and it's very prevalent in the sales industry, specifically in this travel package industry. So how is my company upselling? When I start, remember, up until now you're only doing the industry analysis as part of the pre-scene. The subheading that we are going through is the industry, the travel package industry. So this is all generic background information that they're giving you over here. We have not started to speak about Happywell holidays yet. So when we get there, I want to figure out, is my business upselling? Because upselling has advantages. You increase the customer's spend. You increase your return on investment. It provides additional income. It also has disadvantages. Every time you're trying to sell something, customer might get irritated. At the end, they figure out, I was willing to spend only £100. I ended up spending 200. The company persuaded me. It was their tactic to do this. Customers don't like that in some cases. So upselling is prevalent, is important, but not to the extent where you irritate the customer. So customers who take that option of the private transfer are met by a taxi or a minibus directly taken to their hotel. So everything has its advantages. As our pre-scene analysis, we are trying to look at all different opportunities, all different important aspects and words to ensure that nothing is being missed out on. So this way we run you through every single part of the pre-scene, relating it to the E2, P2 and F2 syllabus, ensuring that you don't miss out on anything. And guess what? We will give you supplementary reading as well, which means when we find an important IFRS, we will relate it to the travel package industry. We will tell you how the travel package industry is using IFRS, how revenue is being recognized in this particular travel package industry. So we are giving you a whole lot of insights which are relevant to our company, very tailored to the May 2023 and the August 2023 Management Gateway case study exam. That brings us to the end of the pre-scene analysis part 1. Through this part 1 pre-scene, we are trying to tell you and we are trying to bring it up to you that this entire system is one that we have created after a whole lot of care, after a whole lot of commitment, and the entire pre-scene is close to 3.5 hours long. It includes the detailed financial analysis as well, which is coming up in the second part. But I first want you to be comfortable with part 1. Go through part 1 again. Let it sink in. You'll see that we've done the first 9 pages or so of the pre-scene only. We have a long way to go. We have a long pre-scene analysis that's left. We invest time in the pre-scene because we know that the pre-scene is important. Because we know that the pre-scene is something that students have to invest time on. It's not that I like speaking, so I've just turned on the camera and I'm speaking. It takes effort, right? And we put in this effort because we know it's important. And eventually the results are seen because Finntutors has received the Global Excellence in Pass Rate for the year 2022, which definitely means that something right is happening. The system that we are making is worthwhile, is one that's giving results. So follow it and I'm sure you will benefit from it. That's part 1 of the pre-scene.